Alright, it is time to start again. $36? Come on now. There we go. We are in. And today we are going to go visit the other nations. Greetings, good madam. This is the reservation counter for Limsa Luminsa bound flights. Oh, are you not Kuroka, the Elder Seed Seer's personal envoy? We at Highwind Skyways are honored to serve you. Will you be flying with us today? Of course I will. I wasn't expecting it to move me a little bit. Oh well, this works. It got me closer. Yes, let's go flying. Guess Limsa is first. Attention, all passengers! The airship is bound for Limsa Luminsa is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gate. Good old fantasy games when your airship is basically just a giant balloon. Oh, I didn't remember Ida and Papalimo being there for this one. Farewell, Kuroka. One day minstrels will sing of your deeds. Of course they will. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. Garlemald.
It has been 15 years, but the bitter taste of defeat lingers still.
It better.
15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Agrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till Lake lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours. So we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great Midgard Zormer. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worms, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship is lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest.
Wasn't quite so invincible now, was it?
Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods. Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity.
Says who?
It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core.
Might well look in the mirror there, bud.
Yet, it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Balthar.
I don't remember them having that early.
Senior engineers, please report to Magitech research following scheduled inspection.
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Cartano. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus's plan.
My lord!
Oh, so they were right. I'd heard before that they showed him without his mask earlier on in the game, but I'd totally forgotten it.
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Othard, my lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume?
I don't know what you...
Busted.
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarium sees all.
And another one bites the dust.
Clean up this mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
At once, my lord.
Garland, soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
Ah, you must be the envoy from Gridania. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa, my lady. The Admiral awaits your arrival. You are the Gridanian envoy? Welcome to Limsa Lominsa. The Admiral has been looking forward to your arrival. Please proceed to the Crow's Lift at your earliest convenience. Actually, before we do this, we're going to go get attuned to all the Aetherites. Ah, that would be so much quicker. Hey, I can. Nice. Almost done. At least Limsa's Aetherites are easy enough. And unless I'm mistaken, last one. Yep. Greetings, madam, and welcome to our fair city. If you would permit me to examine the seal on the missive you carry. Yes, everything seems to be in order. My apologies, we cannot afford to be complacent, you understand. Please step this way.
Enter. I did not expect the Gridanian envoy to be an adventurer. It speaks highly of your character that the Elder Seedseer would choose an outsider to represent her nation's interests.
I still miss her old voice actress.
This way. I bid you welcome. I am Melvi Blufisvin, Admiral of Limso Lominsa, and Commander of the Maelstrom. Now, what news from the Black Shroud?
A memorial service to honor the fallen. Seven hells, has it been 5 years? 5 years since the Garlean Empire sought to wrest Eorzea from our grasp. It was an answer to the Imperial threat that the city-states formed the Grand Companies and forged the Eorzean alliance anew, but Garlemald was not content to wager all on a simple conquest of martial might. They had other plans, the Meteor Project. Legatus Nail Van Darnus, hells take him, intended to cleanse our realm by snatching the lesser moon Dalamud from the heavens and casting it down upon our heads. Desperate to prevent this lunatic scheme, we marched our forces to Cartano Flats, and there met the 7th Imperial Legion in battle. Never have I seen a fight like the Battle of Cartano, and I have seen full many. But though we gave no quarter, spared not 1 ounce of effort, we could not prevent what followed. From inside the shell of Dalamud came a winged nightmare, a dragon the size of a bloody city. 'Twas the elder primal Bahamut, bent on making 8th hell of Eorzea. In the space of a breath, the legions of the Empire were set aflame, while our own armies fared little better. 'Twas as if the whole world was burning. Words cannot well describe the scene. And yet, by some miracle, a few among us were spared. Even as I steeled myself for death, a blinding white light enveloped me, robbing me of my senses. When I regained them, the dragon was gone, and the still smoldering land was warped beyond all knowing. Were Archon Louisois still with us, he would doubtless shed some light on these unfathomable happenings. Alas, he is not, and I fear we will want for his wisdom in the days to come. For while our nations struggle to recover from the devastation, the beastmen call forth their damned primals to torment us anew. Unless we put aside our differences and rebuild now, our foes will catch us unprepared. And I speak not only of the beastmen. Do not imagine that the Empire has forsaken its claim on Eorzea. The Imperials crowd our borders, waiting to strike. Damn it all, we need champions to replace those we lost. But such thoughts are worse than worthless. Time is short and none will save us or save ourselves. It is the duty of every soul who survived the calamity to work together for the good of Eorzea, and this memorial service may be the very thing to unite us. Connie Cinna has the right of it. I accept her proposal. Your duty is done here, adventurer. I will see to it that the Elder Seed Seer receives my reply. You travel next to Ul'dah, yes? Pray give my regards to General Raban. Oh, and tell him the wolf has been sniffing around the stables. A private jest, and one in poor taste, but I would have you tell it all the same. Fare you well. May the Navigator guide you on your journey. Greetings, madam. This is the counter for passengers traveling to Ul'dah. A pleasure to serve you again, madam. Are you ready to board the airship to Ul'dah? Why, yes I am. Ah, you must be the envoy from Gridania. Welcome to Ul'dah, madam. The Flame General awaits your arrival. Welcome, madam. We've been expecting you. Flame General Raban will receive you in the Fragrant Chamber. Please take the lift down to the Hustings Strip and speak with Bartholomew at the Royal Promenade. And before we do that, we're gonna get Aetherites again. Because there are a lot of them. Ul'dah has a few too many in my opinion. Although that one was the important one, the big one. Can't get back here later if I don't attune to that one. Well, I could, but it'd be problematic. Didn't this door used to be open? I'm in the wrong place. You'd think I'd know my way around here better than this. Oh well. Oh, red quests mean that you can't take them. So let's see here. The little normal quest icons here are what you would call side quests. The blue quests are usually unlocks. They're the second most important quest to do, and then the main quest is the, of course, most important quest. If it's red though, it means that for whatever reason, while that quest is available to you, you can't actually take it at the moment. Oh, like that one? You have to be level 50 to take that quest. I'm not sure why it's even showing me that one quite yet, honestly. And that one, if I remember correctly, you have to be both level 38 and a crafter. Yeah, I'm unlocking the quick travels inside the town. Because it's better to just get those out of the way. It's one of those things that once you have them done, you never have to do it again. Now, most places only have one aetherite, the big kind. But for the big towns, you get one big aetherite and multiple small ones for quick travel through the town. And especially for a place like Ul'dah, that comes in really handy, because this place is a maze. And last one. The Gridanian envoy, I presume? Would you be so good as to allow me to inspect the missive you bear, madam? My thanks. Ah yes, the seal of the Elder Seed Seer. Please proceed.
Ah, a guest from Gridania. I thought I smelled leaf mold.
That is profiling, sir.
I won't hold it against you. If you're half the warrior Kane says, 'tis a wonder you don't reek of dead Ixal. Welcome to the Sultanate of Ul'dah. I am Rauban al-Din, General of the Immortal Flames. But you did not come all this way to trade formalities. Cartano. I remember bloody Cartano.
Do you know what happened that day, adventurer, when we took the field against the Garleans? So my counterparts have educated you. Oh, trust Morrowweb to make light of our wolf problem. Woman always did have a black sense of humor. Wolves are bloodthirsty beasts upon which one cannot turn one's back. It's only a matter of time before they bite. So it was with the Garleans 5 years ago. No sooner had they learned how to use Magitech than they began seizing territory from their neighbors. Led by then Legatus Solus Zus Galvus, they swiftly brought the other nations of Ilsabard to heel. And so the Legatus became an emperor and his republican empire. An empire which then set its sight upon Eorzea. What? Who was waiting for the days to get good? But the conquering emperor is now an old man of 80 winters. His health is failing and he has no clear successor. Like as not, this is why the Garleans have been quiet as of late. But the 14th Imperial Legion is still entrenched within our borders, and their commander, Legatus Gaius van Baelsar, has long harbored ambitions of conquest. Were he to strike now, I fear we would fall like so many others before us, and not only Ul'dah, but Gridania and Limsa Lominsa as well. For the calamity brought the lot of us to our knees, and we've yet to get up. We barely have the strength to stand against the beast tribes, never mind the primals they were meant to summon. We are a realm divided, adventurer, an alliance in name only. But the wolf cares not for the plight of its prey. The Garleans stir, and the Admiral would not let it go unnoticed. All other concerns pale in comparison to the Empire, even the beast tribes and their bloody primals. We must stand united once more, that much is clear. And if we're to do so, we must remember the cause which last brought us together. Connie will have her memorial. We will honor the memory of the fallen. We will remind the people what their brothers and sisters fought and died for. Shall I inform the Sultana and the Syndicate? I will speak with Her Grace myself. Very good, sir. The Elder Seedseer will have my reply anon. My thanks to you, adventurer. Oh, you think that's a lot of words? This game is very, talkative. Oh, right. I have to actually use the item first. Look, I have a little airship. Ah, my lady envoy, I trust your stay in the Sultanate has been pleasant. Now, if you do not mind my asking, do you perchance have plans to visit Limsa Lominsa in the near future? If so, I have information that may be of interest to you. I once accompanied the Flame General on an official visit to the seaside city-state, during which time I became acquainted with Bateron, the proprietor of the Drowning Winch. Well, the man sent word just now that he has a job for a capable adventurer. I can think of none with better credentials than you. Bateron would doubtless be pleased were you to offer him your services. Oh, wrong way. Go help the Dave. That's basically what this game is. Go help the Dave. $120. How much is the teleport? Yeah, I'll pay the airline ticket. Welcome to the Adrenaline Waste. Sit wherever you like, lass. I'll be with you in, Hi, I'm Bateron, alright? Who's asking? Ah, heard as I've got a job for a capable adventurer, you say? Well, you're bloody right. Just so you're fairly warned, though, this ain't no job for the faint of heart. Things are liable to get downright bleeding airy. But if you think you're still interested, let me know and I'll fill you in on the details. Bateron, the proprietor of the Drowning Winch, has a need of a capable adventurer. I thank you for taking the time to help me out. Now, I'm sure you're busy, so I'll come straight to the point. Word has it some suspicious-looking buggers have been sneaking in and out of the Satasha Seagrat, and I need a trustworthy sort to head up north of Aleport and find out who they are and what they're up to. Doesn't sound like much, I know. But it weren't so long ago that the Fishback's pet pirates paid us an unwelcome visit, and folks are feeling a bit nervous. If you would permit me, Master Bateron, I should be happy to elaborate. Well, if it ain't the Chief Yellowjacket himself, to what do I owe this rare honor, Commodore Raynor? Come to make sure me patrons are behaving, or just thirsty? Neither, in fact. I was informed that you'd requested an adventurer to assist in my investigation, and I came to offer what information I could sift from the reports. Over the course of the past moon, there have been several sightings of an unfamiliar vessel off the coast of Aleport, in the vicinity of the Isles of Umbra. This information came to my attention no more than a few weeks after a squad of my own soldiers had completed a routine patrol of the region, the Satasha Seagrat included. Their search revealed little, save that a family of Curls had taken up residence in the caves. Nothing to concern us, in short. In light of recent developments, however, it would seem wise to search Satasha again. But with the Sahagin testing our defenses daily, I am loath to assign the task to the limited forces at my disposal. Our line is stretched as it is. Thus, I sought the services of a competent adventurer to conduct an investigation in our stead. Any aid you can offer in this matter would be greatly appreciated. Then it is settled. Satasha is located in western Lunasia. For more detailed instructions on how to reach the place, I suggest you consult Vimelpa. She can be found at the ferry docks on the lower decks. You are the man. Good luck to ye, lass. Alright, so this is by the Fisherman's Guild. I thought so. Hey look, it's the person with the weird name. You're here about Commodore Raynor's investigation? Then you'll want to board a ferry bound for Aleport. Once you arrive in Western Lunasia though, you'd best pay a visit to the Hall of the Novice before you blunder in Satasha. The Adventurers Guild runs the hall and the folks there will prepare you, train you with the skills you'll need to face the dangers undoubtedly waiting for you in the Seagrot. The hall is on the way to Satasha, just north of Aleport. Head inside and one of their seasoned adventurers will take you in hand. Best of luck to you, friend. You know what? I'm gonna take the long way. Pick up all the Aetherites along the path. It's not that long of a walk from here anyway. The guild that gets all the nummy Nemos? Yes, yes, yes. The Fisherman's Guild. What's a level 90 hanging around here for? Wait a minute, I might be able to speed this up. Oh, nope, they don't give the option. Okay. There was one in Gridania that gave me the option to rent a chocobo without having a set destination, but I hadn't seen that option before, so I don't know if maybe it was like a one-time thing or a low-level thing. Oh, shoot. Oh, wait a minute. I passed it up. Okay. I was like, do I need to go over to the other one? Nope, I don't. And one more town over. Oh look, Hunter's Log enemies. And back to the quest line. Ah, you must be the adventurer of whom the Yellow Jackets sent word. I hear you are to brave the depths of the Satasha Secret. The occupants of those caves are rumored to be as numerous as they are bloodthirsty. No matter what the epic tales would have you believe, strolling into such a den of savagery alone would be the height of foolishness. No, you shall need companions. And you shall need the training we here at the Hall of the Novice can provide. I strongly suggest you study the fundamentals of group combat before continuing on your mission. The smiths here oversee the training schedules. Speak with him and you can register for exercises tailored to your particular field of expertise. When you have mastered all that our masters have to teach, then it will be time to head north once more. Report to the Yellow Jacket Scout at the mouth of the Satasha Secret, and he will furnish you with the details of your duty. Now, we don't actually have to do that, because that's what I was doing the last time that I got the outfit from. So that's already good and done. Please tell me you're here on Yellow Jacket duty and not some daft sod out for a stroll. I can't take any more of this blasted waiting. You are? Thank the gods. I assume you already know about the ship seen slipping around the Isles of Umbra. We've been on the lookout for pirate activity ever since that vessel was sighted, thinking a crew of cutthroats might have a den nearby. So when we received word that men of questionable quality had been seen passing in and out of Satasha here, we weren't entirely surprised. I've yet to see them for myself, but if this lot belongs to those fishback-fancing serpent reavers, well, you can imagine the panic it'll cause. The kidnappings are still fresh in people's minds. Anyway, your task is to poke around in the caves and find out exactly who we're dealing with. While you do that, I'll be keeping watch out here, praying you don't spot any blue face tattoos. And here is where you get to do your first dungeon. And since this is Satasha, the queue time hopefully won't be too bad. Since it's the very first one, people are running it all the time. But I am a DPS, so I don't get the benefit of insta-pop. Like if I was a healer or tank. Let's see here. Pio, right. Wait a minute, is that who I think? It is! Holy smokes. So I'm not gonna like give any major spoilers here or something, but this group of people right here, you actually meet later on the storyline. I didn't realize they were here. This is perfect for our inaugural outing as a party, wandering around in the caves, turning over a few rocks. How difficult could it possibly be? I never expected our first visit to the Adventurers Guild would yield such a straightforward way to win fame and fortune. Gasp. I'm sorry, Aver. I came as fast as I could. I tried haggling with the merchant, but 2 potions was the best I could get with the money you gave me. I had no idea how expensive they were. Wahahaha. Edda, you're so slow you'd lose a foot race to a tree slug. What took you so bloody long, Edda? If me purse was too light, you might have considered using some of your own bleeding coin to get us what we need. You've only ever been as useful as the contents of your pockets. The gods know you can barely eel a scratch. We took up the venturing life to take on the big jobs and claim the big rewards. How are we meant to do that if we can't even get our supplies in order? It's her, the one Bateron was talking to. Well, we'll see who gets the glory. This job should have been ours in the first place. Oh, does that mean that they were back in the Drowning Witch too if I would have looked for them? It's a possibility. Ah, fellow adventurer, you two are here to unravel the mysteries of Satasha? I have adventured across this wide realm for more seasons than I dare to count, yet still Eorzea manages to surprise me with her beauty and splendor. Our journeys are not ended by the attachment of riches or fame. It is an unquenchable thirst for the unknown that drives us into the wilds time and again. Even if I explored the world for 1,000 years, I would never grow weary of this life. Grandfather and I are companions on the road. We travel where the wind takes us and drink in all the wonders this world has to offer. Only an adventurer can understand the joys of such freedom, of discovering hidden places and experiencing sights and sounds that few may ever know. The passing years had begun to take their toll on the old man, but no force save death itself will sate his appetite for adventure. Pretty sure I see her definitely later on, maybe him too. It's kind of amazing what you see when you actually kind of pay attention to stuff going on. Him, I have no idea who he is. Just look at this beauty, see how she glows. You can almost feel the power running through her. I think I'll leave you alone with your sword. Yep, you and your sword can have some alone time. And no, I think I answered your question earlier, but no, I won't get the exact same stuff again. I mean, I guess I could run it and get the exact same stuff again, but there's no point. Q pop, Q pop. Come on. There we go. didn't know I went and got the note at the beginning, so no clue which one is which. Wasn't that one. Wasn't that one either. Those are equal with what I got. Surprised I could hit him from that far away. Alright, the thing I wanted I didn't actually get. You sully our spawning ground, Shorewalker. And he's dead. Oh, everybody's still here. Wow. Nothing I need. Got every piece of drop in that whole place except for the one I wanted. The only one that was actually better than what I had. Them's the bricks. This time we will take the ferry back. Oh, did that give me 2 levels? No, only gave me 1. Almost gave me 2. Aye, such a task was on the books. Was, mind. I'm afraid that ship has already sailed, friend. Ah, might you be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating Satasha? It would seem that ship has not only sailed, but now returns to harbor. None the worse for its voyage. A pity. We dragged our boots too long on this one. No matter, the wheel will turn and our chance will come. You're right, of course, but there should be no rest till we have attained our goal, lofty though it may be. Not a wink of sleep, great leader. Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism as will earn us a place in the songs of every alehouse in Eorzea. We mean to write a legend which will inspire adventurers as yet unborn to follow our shining example. Do you have such a goal? Large or small, it matters not. Only a star to reach for and you will reach higher. Purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize and all obstacles will be overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Well, goals are as arms and armor for the spirit. I wish you fortune in your endeavors, milady. Who walks up to people and just talks like that? Back then, are ye? Am I gonna do it again for the gear? Probably not. Back then, are ye? With all your limbs and a tale to tell, I'll wager. Fishbacks? And there I was thinking you'd only have to crack a pirate skull or 3. 7 L's, you turn your back for 5 bloody minutes, and the scaly bastards set up shop on your bleeding doorstep. Still, sounds like you left them in pieces, so I don't suppose they'll be carrying out whatever mischief they was planning. Unless they was planning on feeding themselves to the fauna of Satasha, of course. Any road, all's well that ends well. On behalf of Limsa, I thank you for shedding some light on this mystery. You've lived up to your reputation, and I couldn't ask for more than that. Now, I bet you're dying for a rest, but just in case you're not, I was wondering if you might be interested in taking on another job. It just so happens that I've had a request from our sister guild in Gridania, see? Seems the forest folk are in need of a adventurer who can get things done. For them to ask for help like this, you can bet the task won't be no skip through a sunny glade. But after the way you dealt with our fishback infestation, I doubt it's anything you can't handle. Give us a shot when you're ready and I'll lay it out for you. There we go. There's my second level. Now, I could run that dungeon again, but a lot of the gear that's dropping from that dungeon, the armor pieces, are basically the same as what I'm wearing, so it's only the accessories and the weapon that I'd be looking for, and Ready to hear about the job then? Like I said, the request comes from our sister guild in Gridania. And that's all I know, but whatever it is you get asked to do, I somehow doubt it'll pose any trouble for a adventurer as survived the bedlam in Satasha. If you think he might be interested, you'll want to have words with Mother Mion, my counterpart in Gridania. Good luck, lass. I'd love to just teleport, but taking the in-game ways of travel right now is cheaper. And Gil's just a little bit hard to come by in the beginning of the game. Not to mention the airship brings me out right here, which is so convenient. Take a seat wherever you like, friend. Our waitress will come to take your... Oh, it's you. Just good to see you again. What's that? Here at Betaran's suggestion, you say? The foul-mouthed rogue sends me word that an adventurer might be along for the job, and it turns out to be you. Well, this makes things a lot easier, doesn't it? With regard to the task in question, there is a fair bit to tell. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details, and I shall brief you. Ready for that briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardons for interrupting, but our need grows ever more pressing. Have none step forward? And good day to you too, Bolard. You need must be pressing indeed for you to honor us with a visit. The good news is your journey hasn't been wasted. I'm pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, and one who comes highly recommended at that. Well, if it isn't our very own woman for all seasons, you certainly have a knack for appearing when you're most needed. My thanks for answering the call. Now, time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gridania in the bud. Beneath the central shroud, there lies an underground burial site called the Tamtara Deepcroft. That place was once a Gelmoran settlement, but we Gridanians have long interred our dead there. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been seen skulking about the Deepcroft with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalamud, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the Calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my best men to scour the Deepcroft with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, the Calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the Ixal at bay. Since we thwarted their attack on the Guardian Tree... blah blah, go kill people in the cemetery. Basically, since we thwarted their attack on the Guardian Tree, the Birdmen have not allowed us a moment's respite. They have probed every elm of our defenses in search of a weakness, compelling me to spread our forces more thinly than I would like. The situation so being, we have no choice but to entrust the task of dealing with the Lambs of Dalamud to others. Can we rely on you to handle this matter? You have my gratitude. And hopefully your silence. Once you've seen to your preparations, make your way to the Deepcroft and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will apprise you of the latest developments, that is all. Be careful out there, you hear? May the crystal guide you and keep you. There's also one other reason I don't care about running that dungeon again for gear, because I've got a job quest I need to do, which means I'll get a new weapon out of it, and probably a new piece of armor of some sort as well. When you're first playing through ARR, you get a job quest every 5 levels. We are scared of ghosts, so you go do it, but don't tell anyone we are Daves. Oh, the jacket isn't any better than what I have. The rest of it is. Oh, nope. Actually, I'll just be getting gold for that and a nice new weapon. I've been expecting you, Kuroka. You have been training hard, I trust. I would set you on your next trial, one more dangerous than any you have faced before. But I would not send an unprepared woman to her death. Before we proceed, I must needs verify your progress with my own eyes. You will face 3 experienced Lancers in single combat. Defeat each one in succession, and you will prove yourself fit to undertake the trial. Arm yourself and take your place in the training area. We begin when you are ready. Fight days for my amusement. Yeah, you're not wrong. Well done. Impressive, most impressive. You are ready to face the trial. Yet I do not exaggerate when I say it would be dangerous. Make no mistake, to take this test is to risk death. Knowing this, do you still wish to proceed? Yeah. You disappoint me. Back again, are you? That woman is the only soul in this pathetic excuse for a guild who shows any promise. Which is why I counseled her to leave you. Alas, she chose to remain in your house of cravens. Such a waste. This guild has outlived its purpose, and I mean to see its doors shut and barred for good. If you wish to object, I invite you to do so with lance in hand. You do not want for confidence, sir, but answer me this. What grudge do you hold against us? For what reason do you choose this of all crusades? I detest cravens who would proclaim their courage and like nothing better than to crush them. That is my reason. Well, the fixity of your purpose is clear. Is that even a word? Fixity? Even if your reasoning is not. So be it. Suffice it to say, you will not have your way without a fight. Oh, but do not presume that I will be your opponent. No? Not a word? Okay. No, you must face the Lancer over whom you so grandly claim mentorship, the one woman among us whose potential you can condescend to acknowledge. Kuroko shall represent us all. As Guildmaster, I wager the fate of the guild upon her lance. Ha! Do as you will, coward. It is your guild to throw away. You may even set the terms of the contest. Very well. Kuroko here is to undertake a trial. I challenge you to complete the task before she does. You are to travel to the East Shroud and prove your courage before the Lord of the Bramble Patch. He is a giant among boars, unrivaled in strength and savagery, and ruler over all his kind. You must go before this fearsome creature and stand your ground. Know, though, that the Lord of the Bramble Patch will not grant an audience to just anyone. You must needs present him an offering of the bloody tusks of his subjects, the wild boars that inhabit his domain. When you have prepared your offering, leave it upon an area of trampled earth. Drawn to the stench of blood, the Lord of the Bramble Patch will soon appear. That is all. Are there any questions? No? Then let the trial commence. Gotta kill 10 of these guys, huh? I mean, if I had played a guy character, they'd say the same thing. That I was the strongest one there. You know, chosen one and all that. Also, I mean, monsters are kind of supposed to be ugly. Thought you might be talking about the true monsters. And one more. I cleared the monsters out from around the area, not thinking there was going to be an instance battle. Oh well. Three of them? Damn, he's big. Haha. You shan't find much sport in these two. Come back another day, my friend. That thing's a pet? Well done, you have completed the trial. I trust you now see the truth in my words. Hurling yourself into the midst of danger is not courage, it is folly. No, this proves nothing. I refuse. I refuse to accept. Because of course you do. You refuse to accept the weakness within you. Leave him be. Your work here is done. Return to the guild. I shall see you there presently. I will not lie to you. You are no match for the Lord of the Bramble Patch. Had you betrayed any hint of fear, he would have gorged you in the space of a moment and feasted on your entrails. But you stood your ground, holding fast to your composure and resolve. Thus were you able to stare terror in the face and survive unscathed. Well done. You have overcome the greatest hurdle in this quest to become master of your own courage. You may now bring to bear the full extent of your abilities upon even the mightiest of foes. As for Folks, well, if there is a shred of reason left in him, he will have learned the self-same lesson as you this day. Painful though the experience must surely have been, one can only hope that it will serve to open his eyes to the truth. Go forth and prepare yourself for further trials. I look forward to our next meeting. Actually, I will grab that helmet. I'll be needing it shortly. Free ride. Well, almost free. Oh, look who we have here. Actually, hold on. Let me do this first. You're Kuroka, I take it? Thanks for helping us out, friend. No doubt the Bow Lord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the Deep Croft and purge it of the Lambs of Dalamud. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the Calamity and put an end to the 6th Astral Era. The cultists took the lesser moon, Dalamud, for their god, believing that it would deliver them from devastation. And so they were rather disappointed when when Dalamud exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen their god turn to ash, one would think that the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, it served only to stoke the flames of their fanaticism. The Lambs of Dalamud are convinced that heretics, that is to say, everyone but them, interfered with the coming of their Lord and Savior, and that it's now their sacred duty to avenge him. Whatever it is they're doing in the Deep Croft, you may be sure that no good will come of it. For the sake of Gridania and Eorzea at large, put an end to their madness. And now we get dungeon number 2. Oh, that's good. Okay, now while we're waiting, we can go talk to people. And be attacked by things. I shudder to think what might have happened to Ilsadura had I not thought to pick the fruit I stumbled across on the way here. Sometimes he has too much vigor for his own good. Age is supposed to mellow us, but if anything, it has made him more impetuous. I understand his desire to make use of the time left to him, but one misstep and there won't be any. Childish curiosity prompted me to commit the most elementary of blunders. Were it not for the fruit that Alien found, my adventures may well have ended in this forbidden place. Always look before you leap. In my haste, this most fundamental rule of adventuring slipped my mind. I do believe I shall rest here a while. Think of our goals, sister. One day our adventures will be the stuff of song, and it will all be worth it. Gods, I hate mausoleums. It's not right to disturb the dead in their slumber. So we meet again. I cannot say I'm surprised to see you here. You took the prize back in Limsa, but this time we will give you better sport, or I'm no true adventurer. I mean, you said it, not me. By order of the Elder Seedseer, the Tamtara Deepcroft has been placed under control of the Woodwhalers, and entry restricted to only those who meet the strict conditions instilled by the Stillglade Fane. I am, however, at liberty to answer any questions you may have concerning the burial site. No, I'm good. Alright, time to wait again for Q-Pop. Yeah, he got old. Oh, that was fast. I'd forgotten how quickly Tamtara comes right after Satasha. Probably a DPS? And this tank doesn't have a stand sign. Yay! guess an argument could be made that he's a multi-class. Level up again? Sheesh. Nah, he ain't no healer. He just lets you die. Oh wow, 2 comms. And there, the robed squid is dead now. Done? Done with the dungeon. Alright, Mion, what you got for me now? Welcome back. I'm reliably informed that your foray into the Deep Croft was a success. Nor did I expect anything less. You've made such a habit of succeeding that it's difficult not to take your talents for granted. Rest assured, however, Mother is impressed, even if she isn't surprised. Lord Levin asked me to pass on his thanks. I must say, it's something of a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work for able souls such as yourself, it also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves with predictable consequences. Ah, as if to illustrate the point. And this is the group from outside of Satasha. Avira's gone and it's all your fault. If it hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would still be alive. But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. He shouldn't have been so hard-pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. Bah, to hells with this pathetic excuse for a party. I'm leaving and it'd be too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance. I'm leaving as well. I doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do that one thing right. Cruel though this may sound, you brought this upon yourself. Oh, and by way of some parting advice, get rid of Avira's head. Bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hell you like with it, but for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just, get rid of it, alright? But wait, don't leave me alone, please. I'm so sorry, Avir. Please forgive me. Scenes like this have become all too common. That makes a dozen times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventurers of your experience. I can send women like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. Yeah, blame the healer. See, like I mentioned before, when I played through the game originally, I don't always take the time to look for the small details. I had noticed before, if I had been so long ago, that they were outside of Satasha. And even if I had, I wouldn't have put 2 and 2 together at the time. Avir, the one who died, that we just found out who died, when we talked to him outside Satasha, he was blaming her for not getting enough supplies. However, he had given her a very small amount of money and was ridiculing her that she didn't fork up her own cash to make the difference. And then ran away from his healer. Not exactly that sorry for him. About a bell ago, I received a message from my counterpart in Ul'dah. She seeks the services of a reliable adventurer, and you are nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in this task, say the word, and I will be glad to share the details with you. So, you're not averse to taking a little trip? Wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventurers Guild in Ul'dah. Once you arrive, seek out Momodi, the proprietress of the Quicksand. Think of her as the Sultan's version of myself. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger, but I have every confidence that you will pull through unscathed. Now off you go, and good luck. Yeah, he did kind of have it coming. No, wait a minute. If I'm heading off to Ul'dah, might as well head down to the airship dock. All aboard! No, it's not that I'm aware of anyway. Although people here might just have more common sense, you never know. Welcome to the Quicksand, friend. I'm a tad busy right now. If you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Judging by your determined expression, I take it you ain't here for ale. Are you called Kuroka by any chance? Mion sent word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her. But you didn't come all the way here to listen to my prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we? Oh, come on. I'm like 50 points away from a level up. I hate when it does that. The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. God's almighty, another second under that sun, I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale, if you would be so kind. Papashan! Excellent timing, Papashan. It just so happens the adventurer who'll be handling your petition is here. So this winsome lass is the much-lauded adventurer, is she? Marvelous, marvelous. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, my lady. I am Papashan, formerly of the Sultan's Sworn. I thank you for agreeing to lend us your aid. Mayhap you'd like to apprise her of your mission? Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by an acquaintance of mine at Amalgina and Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at the Copperbell mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are of the clan known as the Hecatoncheires, fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mine during the bygone Thorin dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence have forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. Regular giants. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Thorin dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, milady. The people of that age used the Hecatoncheires to work their mines. Oh, shoot. By the way of enchanted helms, they were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will. But as off the way in these such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In a desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the Hecatoncheires, our ancestors introduced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels, so it was that the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Live action figures, yeah. Well, now that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell in the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said the mines were being reopened so as to meet the rising demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug a bit too deep and freed the giants. Guys, to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. That's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them a danger to us all. There will be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great. And so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. Gods bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it's for the best. In case you don't know, Copperbell mines are in western Thanaland. Do take care, you hear? Oh, and one last thing before you depart. An employee of Amagina and Sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa, and he knows Copperbell mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. Why can't you just said he's literally standing right there? Looking for Painted Mesa? You found him. So you're the adventurer who volunteered to deal with the mess down in Copperbell, are you? You've got guts, miss. I just hope you've got the skills to go with them, because things ain't pretty down there. The Hecatoncheires left the place in a right state, and nary a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the second old dynasty was still young. And it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for the rebuilding effort, the concern would never have thought to reopen it. We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the project went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under a mountain's worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in the company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious recovery will grind to a halt for want of aught to build with. The stone torches are keeping watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of the nation's resting on you, friend. Best of luck. Leveling up on exploration XP. I'll take it. Alright, first things first, grab an aetherite. But yeah, again, not to be too spoilery, but, and I don't know why, but that particular group of adventurers becomes like a pet project for the devs. There's actually like 2 different quest chains that involve them, and a hard mode dungeon. And like that storyline goes on and turns a fair bit dark. And if you don't talk to them before Satasha, like if you don't notice that they're there, talk to them and whatnot, like what you see from the storylines paints that in a whole different picture. Like, it's kind of interesting seeing how much of a, for lack of a better term, dick he was being while he was still alive. And yeah, a lot of the stuff in this game is basically, you know, pull out of their problem, but you know, you gotta fix it. Yeah. Piss off the healer and die. Yep. I swear this fate is always going on right here. There's been an incident inside Copperbell Mines. We are here to ensure that its effects are contained, but for your own safety, I suggest you stay well away from here. What? You're the adventurer who volunteered to quell the heckin' I still can't say that. I don't think that Papa Shan would be able to find... I didn't think that Papa Shan would be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. The Giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see to them, the better. Make ready as best you can and enter at will. I kind of forgot that these 3 dungeons come just boom, 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 one after the other. It's also kind of interesting too, they're all in each of the 3 areas. One in Gridania, one in Limsa, one in Ul'dah. Right after you get the ability to travel between all 3 of them too. Nothing here for my hunter's log, huh? Oh look, these 2 again. We found Dolores Bear and his entire party dead. The Giants were thorough in their work. Judging by their tracks, it would seem they tried to rush a horde of the creatures. I cannot say for sure what drove the experienced crew like theirs to throw caution to the wind, but I have my suspicions. We are all our own worst critics, and our desire to better past achievements can rob us of good sense. Thus do we become more given to recklessness. While it is important to have goals, one must not fixate upon them to the exclusion of all else. Do so, and one will surely pay the price, as Dolores Bear and his comrades did this day. Oh, that's kind of sad. That other group that was outside Tantara, the one who came up to me in Limsa, was talking to me about goals and becoming well-known and whatnot. I guess they're all dead now. I have been an adventurer for long years and borne witness to many a pivotal moment in history. Though the times may have changed, the essence of our trade has not. Adventuring has ever been a quest for self-betterment through challenges freely faced, and ever shall remain so. And as an adventurer becomes more experienced, he will naturally acquire a love of justice and an understanding of the spirit of self-sacrifice. Such experience cannot be measured in any tangible way, yet it most assuredly shapes who we are, grounded as it is in the decisions we have made on our journey and their consequences, good or ill. I sense a light within you, young one, and it tells me you are destined for greatness. It's almost kind of like a little mini storyline just of the NPCs standing outside the dungeons that I didn't even know existed. What pet? Are you talking about my little airship? He offered pizza. What? What about pizza? I'm not following. Yeah, it's a little model airship. How do you get mouse writing? I don't see it. I mean, I might get that the bottom part kind of looks like a turtle a little bit, but I still don't get where the mouse comes in. Okay. A little bit. It should hopefully fill soon, but I know there's a lot of people who don't like Copper Bells, so... Which I don't get it. Copper Bell is actually simple. A little bit too simple sometimes, honestly. You know what? It's not gonna pop. Oh, short now. The moment. Like, oh, I'm gonna go do something else. Pop. Yeah, 3 sprouts and a trade mentor. Okay. We all got on the Vader. healer? You might want to do it a tank. Okay, never mind. What's up with this healer? Kill the tank! Tab targeting fail. Actually, I'll just stay over here. Didn't let me roll need on those wristlets. Oh, because they're magic focused. Oh, dang it. And here we have the stupidest boss fight in the entire game. This is literally just a fight for the tank. A tank could solo this. Basically, yeah. The sad part is we're not even fighting it. The whole mechanic for this fight is you lure those bombs over to it and let the bombs explode, and then it breaks it up into smaller pieces. And then after you've done that a few times and broken it up into really tiny pieces, then you can kill it. And there's nothing for anybody but the tank to do the entire time you're waiting for this to happen. Yep, stupidest boss fight in the game. Why isn't a blasting cap spawning? There we go. Yes, this could have been a training exercise. Although I didn't realize before that you actually had to do that to get the blasting caps to... Okay, now you can kill them. shield. And the tank's dead. Woohoo! Shoot, I might want to do this. Limit break. I've got all that stuff already. Yay. I definitely would have had time earlier to come over here. Oh well. Why didn't he have the little icon above his head? Why are you glowing? Alright, let's do this. Ah, the Conqueror of Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume and Ul'dah will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papa Shan next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momodi. It'll do the woman well to see you alive in one piece. No! I remember this now. Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine. You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. Please, sir. I didn't steal nothing. I bought this. Paid for it with my own coin. What rot. You refugees are all the same. I couldn't afford maggoty mole meat, much less a choice cut of dodo. I'm gonna say it one more time. Give back what you stole or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the Brass Blades, you know. Help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 is me witness. But please, adventurer, help me, I beg of ye. I swear on me mother's grave I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I'd saved. I only wanted to treat my children to a decent meal. And who the hells are you when you're at home? The dog's master? I've had enough of this mummer's farce. You lot, teach them a lesson. I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hells do you think you're going? Thank ye, kind adventurer. Thank ye thrice over. I swear there were more refugees than when I last looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Where Why are they only coming here now? It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Ul'dah has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does, but I would be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Garlean Empire patrolling the streets for riffraff? It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins. Get your dodo tenderloins. Guaranteed cheapest in Thanalan. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again. Looking around, you'd think that Ul'dah was well on its way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. Madam? Are you alright? But what now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen? What? Saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd. Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? Grr, I will overlook this, but just this once. God's bless ye, adventurer. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what that monster might have done. It don't bear thinking about. Case closed. Hello again. We have been keeping a close eye on you ever since you left Gridania. You discharged your duty as envoy impeccably and never once faltered in the face of myriad dangers. But more importantly, you were always ready to help those in need, even if you didn't stand to earn a gil by doing so. You are possessed of all the qualities we seek in an adventurer, of this we are convinced. Even if you were kind of dragged into that business with the dodo meat. Yes, thank you, Ida. Ahem. And then there is the matter of your gift. I dare say you are curious as to the nature of the vision you bore witness to moments ago. Well, we can help you to understand it. You're not the only one with that power, you know. We have a friend who has it too, and we'd love for you to meet her. And meeting her is only the beginning for we would also have you lend your strength to our cause. In return, we should be glad to assist your adventuring endeavors in whatever way we are able. Should you decide to take us up on the offer, and I sincerely hope you will, pray speak with Momodi. The proprietress of the Quicksand is a good friend of ours. She will tell you where to find us. Wait a minute, we haven't even told you the name of our order. We're the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, Defenders of Justice. Oh, but don't tell anyone, except for Momodi. She knows already. Scenes like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry though, if you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knees, eh? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the womenfolk from time to time. I love how he just immediately walks away on that one. Ah, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh-off-the-carriage adventurer. But guys, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you'd been hard at it with the giants in the dark. You're every elm the adventurer Mion said you'd be. The station master will be overjoyed when he hears the news. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant right away. And this girl again. But thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Etta. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania I'm sorry. We were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Avir, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurer's adventurer, and swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded had a fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day, I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the woman you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I am inspired, just as Avir once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask you your name. Kuroka, I shan't forget. Thank you. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. Adventuring can be a cruel bleeding business. Time was, I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Thought it'd be a right pain in the arse looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be a part of your lives. And that goes double for yours. Eh? What did you say? You want to know about the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest then. Listen, Kuroka, the Scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. So you want to know more then, do you? Well, ain't that a surprise? I swear if I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on another, 9 out of 10 adventurers would go through the first and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose on account of being Uldon. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust these Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you can. They're good people who've made it their mission to solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problems. Of course, that ain't no small task, and so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The Scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in western Thanaland. The place you're looking for is called the Wakened Sands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance and you'll be let in. You're a woman in demand, Kuroka, and the days ahead promise to be busy. But I hope you won't forget about them that helped make you into the adventurer you are. Drop in and tell them how you're faring from time to time, you hear? Right, well, I've said my piece. Off you go. Or a free ride. Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms. Yearning for the heavens above to quench my thirst for you. Ooh-ah. I would think you not to sneak up on me like that. Now, please be advised that this is private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to... Here at the behest of Ida and Papa Limo? My sincerest apologies. May I please have your name? Ah, here you are. Ahem, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. My name is Tataru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. The antecedent is within the solar. I shall let her know to expect you. I take it you are Kuroka. Tataru sent word that you had arrived. Lady Minfilia has eagerly awaited your coming. This way, if you please.
So you're the adventurer of whom I've heard so much. Well met, friend. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have awaited your coming.
Oh god, I've got that pint video going through my head.
Please, be at ease. You are among friends here. No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent.
Kill them. What? Why? No.
This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness? Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space, a mind without a body? All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul, a power known as the Echo. The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past.
Yeah.
You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I too possess the Echo. With that established, let us return to the subject of the Primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace.
Kind of makes me wish we hadn't watched that movie the other day.
Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea. But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so— And so I implore you, lend us your power.
And no more voice chat, I guess. Okay. Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied you. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They are individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. The papers you requested, my lady. Thank you, Tataru. The pleasure is mine, my lady. By way of a welcoming gift, I have taken the liberty of adding your name to the Retainer's registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You will need to consult a retainer vocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will provide invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I am sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another when afield. It is Wild Rose. Pray keep it safe. We Scions have but one objective, to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Long have we striven to find a lasting solution to the threat that they pose. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Pray consider this when you give me your answer, Kuroka. Small? No. Worthy? Undeniably. We labor for the good of all the realm. Oh, I guess that wasn't the right answer. Alright, fine. I will go wither where the wild rose blooms. Hey, there we go.
I take it you will help us. Wonderful! I knew you wouldn't let us down. But come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order. Tell me, does the name Sharlayan ring any bells? It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldenard. The Sharlayans were the keepers of wisdom both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea. When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons. Those same brave souls stand before you now. The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Popalimo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
Hello there.
Welcome. I had every confidence that you would agree to help us.
Damn it, Plaint.
Me too. Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Anchorage.
He is our man here in Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert.
Welcome to the team. If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Y'shtola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
Greetings. Last but not least is Urianger, who presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night. The words of a dear friend. I am glad of our meeting.
At the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us. But we did not stray from our purpose. We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm. Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
In time, I hope you will come to think of us as family. But without further ado, I would assign you your first task. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina and Sons mineral concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a primal is involved.
Aye, the evidence left behind implicates the Emoja, who are known worshippers of Ifrit. If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a primal.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation. You have my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Anchorage. He is well versed in the affairs of Ulda.
Ever at your service, fair lady.
Stop hitting on me, Thancred. I should probably actually put on a helm now. Since I don't get the XP bonus from that anymore. Speak with Anchorage. Okay. Ready to begin, are we? That's the spirit. So then your mission is to investigate a crystal robbery and a spate of abductions. Crimes which we believe to be connected. Assuming we are correct, it is like that any discoveries that we make in relation to one another will further our understanding of the other. Yes, a little bit more talking. Now, since the attack on their caravans, our friends at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern have doubled security over all their shipments. In light of this, it is my judgment that the abduction should be our priority. According to the preliminary findings, the majority of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybone, so that would seem a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of Isambird serves as the camp's de facto leader. Pay him a visit and see that he gives us his full cooperation. Yep, as I thought, this is not a rested area. Alright, so while I take the Chocobo back to a rested area, gonna go ahead and go over a couple things here. One, there was a lot of talking there because there was basically a lot to... This is kind of like the opening to the game at large. Another way to look at it is it's basically the ending of the game's tutorial, so to speak. It gets you into the actual main storyline, the quest of fighting the primals and fixing Eorzea. Although they did repeat a lot of information, a little bit too much in my opinion. But yeah, that's kind of the reason for all the talking. And then of course the mission that they actually give you. And let me go ahead and go sell a lot of stuff actually, because I haven't sold anything yet. Justify torture. Yeah, I guess that's one way to look at it. Also, one of the first things that was told to me when I started first playing through the game, after getting to this point, is congratulations! Now you get to be Minfilia's bitch for the next 30 plus levels. Because, yeah, she's the one in charge and she's basically the one giving the orders. Sell. Oh, 17 of those? Okay. Alright. And now with these ones. Sell. Too much stuff to sew. But yeah, you have to return to the Waking Sands a lot over the next section of storyline. And you'll get just as tired as everybody else of hearing the phrase, "Pray return to the Waking Sands." Also, the devs, in whatever infinite wisdom that they had, did not see fit to give us Vesper Bay an aetheryte. So you've got to go to either Limsa or Horizon, and then boat or Chocobo there, which is annoying in and of itself. But anyway, like I was saying, this basically opens up like the main storyline and the rest of the game, and you kind of start getting more into it rather than just being a standard MMO adventurer type. And as such, this is actually a very good place to stop. So, I hope you enjoyed it. I will be doing this again. Have a good evening.